Hey, what's going on? This is Jason Snyder with the 90-day to 100K journey that I'm on. And I'm no guru, I'm not a famous entrepreneur or anything like that. But as you pay attention, to this little quick video, a short video, because I'm going to provide you with some new insights and some new understandings of what's actually possible for you. In this realm of all these online and at home and these business-based opportunities that are out there today. There's so many of them now, and it's actually great. There's a lot of competition out there. There's a lot of people who are doing a lot of big things in this industry, and I applaud them all. And if you're interested in looking to make a change, you'll slowly start to see as you watch this video. You'll see how easy change can be. It just starts with a simple decision, and that's how simple it is. It's just a simple decision to decide. Now, what brings you to that decision? That's totally up to you. What's gonna cause you to make that decision, or that simple decision is to change and create something better for yourself. What I'm here to talk to you about today is, what can make or break you as an entrepreneur. In this, it's not easy in this realm of trying to forge ahead in the new marketplace, in this new economy, in the new world, in this what we're faced with: job loss and unemployment and social security and government shutdowns. There's so much uncertainty out there in the world, but what you have to do is become certain in yourself. You have to find certainty in you. And if you can't find certainty in yourself, it's about finding a leader and finding certainty in that leader. And that's something that I did. I found some certainty. I found a leader. I found a mentor that actually helped me out a lot and pushed me and forced me on this path of entrepreneurship. I feel comfortable with doing it. I haven't worked in about a year, and I think it's the best thing I've ever done for myself, because I found, in this realm of not only home business, but I found a lot of I found my dream again. I found what my purpose on life is again, which is great. But within that, when you are first starting and you are new and you just say open up the box to your business and you want to create this outstanding outcome for yourself. Well, it is possible. It's possible. You can do it. I believe that you can do it. But what you have to do is, you have to focus your possibilities on the outcome that you want, and kind of put the blinders on and focus on that opportunity and have that push you there. In one of my videos, I talked about your why and how your why can drive you there, and really anchoring yourself with that why. And actually, when times do get tough, your why comes and drives, pushes you into gear, and helps pick you pull forward. So focus, and always focus on a positive outcome. Never focus on something that's negative. Always focus on something that's positive, because you want your outcomes to be positive. So you want to put that focus or that energy behind you. You want that to be positive. A good way is waking up and saying, hey, this is going to be an amazing day, and I can make the incredible happen. And with me making the incredible happen, I can make anything happen. So there's a few what they call affirmations like that you could put out there to the universe, and tell that to yourself, because it makes your soul feel so good. But you're gonna, and in that you're gonna face objectives, and no matter what's going on around you, you have to have the ability to bounce back. Something's going to get in the way of, say, if you're working on a project, something's going to get in the way of you working in that project. We call it a block, right? Someone's going to block you from doing what you should be doing, and it's going to distract you from what you have going on. But you really have to focus on getting over that block. I call it having the mental muscle to overcome anything that's going on around you, any adversity is going on around you, to propel you forward, no matter who's around, what's going on. Because if you don't have that inner discipline, that mental muscle, that mental discipline to push you forward, you're just gonna sit on the couch and want to relax, because that's what's so easy and that's what's comfortable. See, we're so used to getting paid for time, and in this Romans field, we're not necessarily getting paid for time, so we're going to show up to work and get paid. In this field, we're getting paid per project, or whatever's going on around you, whatever your entrepreneur base is. So you perceive not necessarily getting paid for time, you're getting paid for service, and it's a little bit different. And so you have to have a different mindset to do that. And within that, you can't let complacency set in, and you can't be complacent upon what you're doing, because if you are complacent in what you're doing, then it's going to stop and block you from what you have going on in your life. So, just, and no matter what's going on around you, I mean, we all go through stuff. I have family members and friends, people being laid off from work. I have, people who are in my church organization, going just teenage problems, children problems, spouse. A friend of mine is having spousal problems right now. So there's so much going on that can distract you from what you not need to be doing, but what you should be done. Because if you're not doing your daily disciplines, you're not going to have any kind of outcome, and your focus has to be on that result. Your focus has to be on that outcome. Your focus has to be on getting the result that you want to, so you can see and overcome any of the adversity that's around you. So, I challenge you, every day, just to develop that mental muscle and doing that. And it all comes back to it's your daily disciplines and growing yourself as a person. If you're not reading daily, if you're not writing daily, if you're not thinking daily, if you're not, listening to an audio that just feeds your mind with positive information, there's so many personal development speakers out there. If you're not developing yourself personally and mentally, you're not going to grow as a person, and you're not going to grow. You are what you bring to the marketplace. The more you bring to the marketplace, the more you're going to get paid. Simple, plain and simple. That's just what it comes down to. And if you're not growing as a person, you're not going to bring any value to the marketplace. Therefore, you're going to be stuck, and you might give up. Well, I don't want you to give up. I'm here to tell you that you can do it. You just have to apply yourself to do it. You have to, I gotta say it again, develop that mental muscle to overcome any adversity. And in this, just take a step back and look at what everybody else is doing. Right? There's, in any sphere, there's the 98%, and then there's the 2%. Right? There's the 98% of Americans who are just the regular average folks, and then there's the 2% of Americans who are the ultra-ly, just say, wealthy. Right? We won't call them rich. We'll just call them wealthy. And it's because they do things a little bit differently, right? We tend to revolt and want to hate on the 2%, Occupy Wall Street and all these other things that are going on to revolt against the 2% of Americans. But see, a lot of the 2%ers are giving to the poor. They're giving to charity. They're giving their time or their service away. I mean, Bill Gates he's always giving charity to organizations and trying to find cures in Africa for certain diseases. So we tend to victimize or villainize the 2%ers or some of the ultra wealthiest people in America, when actually they're actually helping us out a lot. Dale Carnegie gave most of his fortune away, but he left a legacy. He left Think and Grow Rich with Napoleon Hill, and it is almost like the entrepreneur's blueprint on how to create success for yourself. If you're not in tune to Anthony Robbins, if you haven't read Think and Grow Rich, if you haven't read The Science of Getting Rich, if you're not tuned in to Bob Proctor, if you're not tuned in to Les Brown, if you're not tuned in to my favorite, which is Jim Rohn, and when he said those words to me, for things to change, you have to change. And for things to get better, you have to get better. And that resonated with me so much, and it's got me on this path that I know I can do this, and it's just about making that change and getting better. So, sometimes you got to take a step back and see what everybody else is doing. And sometimes, not all the time, sometimes you have to, if you see a trend and everybody doing the same thing in this direction, sometimes maybe you should go in this direction, right? And I'm not saying, not do what they're doing, but do things a little bit differently, right? Apple thinks different, right? They're one of the most successful computer companies in the world because they do things a little bit differently. So a lot of, say, if you're in the spirit and you're doing, you're setting up sales funnels and you have an autoresponder, and you're hammering your list, hammering your list, hammering your list, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, maybe you should take a step back and say, what can I do that's a little bit different? I call it attraction marketing, or maybe value-based marketing, where you're actually providing value with your emails, value with your webinars, value with your videos, so that you're creating what I call a goodwill bank account. And in this goodwill bank account is you're not necessarily getting paid, but you're just putting goodwill out to the world, and the more value you put out there, the more goodwill you put out the world, it's going to come back to you. It's reciprocity. It always comes back to you. So, it's not about getting the person to buy your stuff per se, but it's about bringing value to the marketplace so that you can give to the marketplace. And, in the whole sphere of giving, you also get back too. So, kind of the lesson for today is, tune in to Bob Proctor, tune in to Anthony Robbins, tune in to Jim Rohn, tune in to Les Brown, tune in to all these personal development, these personal speakers. They're just amazing, and they can help you overcome or get through any dilemma you have going on in your life, because we all have them. I have my personal challenges that I fight with every day. What makes me get up and what makes me work, and it's my why. And my why is to change the look or the image of home-based business so that it is looked upon as just like a Fortune 500 company, and that you personally can be your own Fortune 500 company, but it starts with the proper amount of training. And so the reason why I'm shooting these videos is because when I enter this sphere of home-based business, I had no training. There was zero training out there. Say, okay, this is how you should do this. This is how you should do that. This is how you present. So there's no training on how to present your product to the marketplace besides buy my product, buy my product, buy my product, buy my product, right? So within that's why I'm going to shoot these training videos. There's going to be a series of them on my blog. I'll put a link to my blog in the comment space below if you want to go check out some of my old stuff. I do a lot of internet traffic stuff, how to find a product. I do promote a certain product, but that's not why I'm shooting these videos. So, hey, you everyone have a great evening. I just love drinking coffee. Delicious, right? So, everyone have a great afternoon, evening, morning, whenever you're seeing this message, and I'll see you soon. This is Jason with the 100K in 90 days. There goes that man, Jason, again. Have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.